So, what are we going to do, George?
Today we're going to make mini glitter mason jar ornaments.
Hi, Melody. Hi, Sally. Hi, Nicole.
Hi Nicole, hi Sally. Hi Mel.
Hi.
Melody's right over there. So we're going to make these adorable little mason jar ornaments. And this is kind of something that Ken and I have talked about for a while, doing maybe a live quick craft thing on Facebook or YouTube or something. So this is the first one. Why don't you zoom in so people can get a better look?
So there's that one. And that one.
There's this one. This one says, oops, Merry Christmas.
I'm showing the seam.
Oh my God, you're a monster. And then we have a couple other ones that aren't finished yet, but we have this one. It has little candles on it. And then we have this one that has a nativity on it. And then we also have one that has mittens, and one that has holly, and one that has snowman. But when I was putting the snowman on, they irritated me and it ripped, and I just was like, we'll do the snowman later. So these are pretty easy and quick, and there's not a lot of tools. So it's something that you can do with your kids.
I put a link in the description which goes to our blog, and we have information about some of the things we used and all that. So you can get the links and the link to Amazon where we got the little mason jars.
Mini mason jars.
Mini mason jars from.
They're adorable.
So are they just filled with glitter?
No, they're not just filled with glitter. That would be an expensive ornament to fill with glitter.
And heavy.
Yeah, and kind of heavy. It'd be like hanging down on the ground on your tree.
Jennifer says these are amazing. Thanks, Jennifer. Hi, Georgia.
Hi, Georgia.
Georgia Blair.
Oh, we know so many Georgias. So we're going to get started making our first one. So we're going to make two different ones. We're going to make a green glitter one and another white glitter one. What one should we do first? What do the people say?
But just so people know, Melody did comment that these aren't filled with glitter. These are coated, just like a lot of the Christmas ornaments you regularly see.
Yep. But these are way cooler.
More people, and Jennifer has said white.
All right, Jennifer. We will do white first. We're going to do two things together. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the lids first, not the jars. So as you can see on our finished project, I've run ribbon around the top of the lid. Top of the ribbon, Ken. The side. This.
Oh, that. I thought you were talking about this, because you
No.
said you were going to punch the holes first. So that's
well,
what
we
I was
could.
doing.
All right. So we're on the same page now. We're going to punch holes in the lid. If you're a Patreon or a patron to Crafts by Two, we will have a design space file that has all these images in it, as well as the snowflakes that we put on top, as well as the stuff for the sides, and this little template. This template fits perfectly on top of the mini mason jar lid, and it shows you where the center is. So then I take Rhiny the Rhino. He's my hammer.
Georgia, we got the jars from Amazon, and I put a link up earlier. I'll paste it in again. We have all the links on our website for people to get to.
So then we just take a regular old nail and our hammer. Make a hole. Now you want to do it so the lid's facing down, so because if you do it this way, there'll be sharp parts on the top and you don't want that. So we do it with the lid facing down. Then we're going to do the other one real quick. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Oops.
But the template helps.
Yeah, the template helps. It's the first time I used Riney the Rhino hammer. So then you have a hole to put either, we're going to use baker's twine tonight, or you could use like this ribbon here. You could use really anything. You could put a hook through it.
So how are you doing all this?
I am using the Cricut, I don't know what this is called.
From the paper crafting set, it's punch board.
Right, it's got soft on one side so you can poke it. It comes with a little pokey tool like this, but don't use this tool because it'll bend because these are metal.
We speak from experience.
Yeah, that's why I used a nail. So you can poke things on this side, and this side is kind of like a scoreboard, not a scoreboard, but a hard board, and it has measurements on it and stuff. So that's what I used. Riney the Rhino, you can't get him, sorry.
Give me his body.
His little body. Slide his head back in. He's so adorable. Alright, so we have purple baker's twine.
And you don't have to use one of the punch boards. You could use corrugated cardboard stacked. I'm sure everybody with getting Christmas deliveries has tons of cardboard around, or mat board.
You could use an old table.
That you don't care about.
An old piece of wood. And George forgot. He needs his glasses to do this. Otherwise, I can't see. And ever since I remembered I need my glasses to see up close, things have gotten a lot better. And then you just tie it in a thick knot down below. That's why I gave myself a lot of baker's twine. So you have a lot of room to play with it.
And if you're afraid that it's not gonna be able to get a chunky enough knot to not slip through the hole, you can always put a little piece of toothpick through the knot.
Or put a button.
Button.
Get a small button. Everybody's got buttons. There you go. Yay. And then you just trim your excess off the bottom.
And that way you don't have the excess string possibly rubbing off your glitter on the inside.
So there's one. Let's do the other one real quick. So we have one purple and white baker's twine and one light blue and white baker's twine.
And one reason we liked the mason jars is you've all seen the globe ornaments with floor wax and glitter, and you're dealing with the little hole at the top. And this gives you a nice wide mouth jar to work with. So if you're working with kids, that can be helpful, so they can help and not have to struggle with the small target.
Also, I think it looks cuter. Everybody has glitter ornaments. No one knows that you made those glitter ornaments. People are going to know you handmade these.
These kind of have a rustic quality to them.
Very country Christmas. Dolly would be so proud. Alright, now I'm going to trim this one. There we go. Ta-dum! That one's not quite on center. So we're going to set this aside for right now. And then I got some ribbon to put around the top. So I have this Christmas tree ribbon and then this holly ribbon. So we're doing white first, so we'll do the Christmas tree ribbon. And I use...
And you could use washi.
You could.
You don't have to use ribbon.
Oh. I didn't even think of using washi.
All the washi we have.
It's for decoration.
And you never thought of using
It's for decoration.
The washi.
You don't really use washi. So we use art glitter glue. We got this from May Made It. It's some of the best glue I've ever used. It dries clear most of the time. I just run a little bead down it and then run my finger down.
Is that for the green one?
Yeah.
This is the purple.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought
You're
that you'd want to use the
You're right.
purple
You're
baker's twine with the purple Christmas trees.
You're right. You were in my head thinking.
Somebody has to.
God knows it. God knows I'm not going to. And then I have a little bit too much, but that's okay, because this glue will work wonders. So there we have a little top. And while we have the glitter glue out, let's do the other one. And you can get the art glitter glue. Your best price for it is going to be from May Made It. So if you go to maymaymadeit.com, she sells it on her website.
Or we have the link on our site.
Can I have the top, please? Thanks. And I'm just running this around the edge of the top. Oops. I didn't put enough glue on there. Or it soaked all in.
I think that ribbon's a little more
Wow.
fabricy. It soaked it up.
Yeah, it's like completely gone. Alright, so I'm going to put a generous helping on this one. And maybe not smush it down with my finger. And we're going to run this around the top. And if any smooges out, it's okay because it dries perfectly clear and you'll never see it. Oh yeah, this ribbon is odd.
And by doing it ahead of time when you're working on the caps, that gives it time to dry before you're ready to close the lid.
There we go. Whoops. With that, and you can see, if you can see the seam, which you probably can't on this camera, it's a little gluey. And then I put painter's tape down on the table. So after my glue, I just peel it up and get rid of it. Okay, what's next?
You're doing the white one.
Oh, white one. So I have a bowl, a little bowl.
And
Yeah.
Georgia Blair said she loves art glitter glue. It's the best.
Yes, it is. So we have hairspray. Suave, max hold, number 8. Oops. My glasses go to the back of my head. So this is what we're going to use. Our friend Melody Lane, she used this on Christmas ornaments how many years ago?
It was 2011.
2011. And the glitter's still sticking to the ornaments that she made. So we trust her judgment. And we're going to use this too. So this is just regular old pump hairspray.
So a non-aerosol.
Right. Just take it. So here's our empty container. We're going to pour in like 1/4 inch or so. Going down, going down, going down. Go. And then turn it on an angle. And just get the liquid all the way on the inside. Then I keep turning and then just slowly pour it out as I turn around. And just tap it until it stops dripping.
And Stacy commented that she uses Mop Glow, and that works well also. What we liked about the hairspray is it's thinner but still has a grip, so you don't necessarily have to wait for it to drip or release as much.
Yeah, you don't have to wait for it to coat the inside and then drip the excess out.
And
So
it's cheaper.
yeah, and it's cheaper.
Yeah, this bottle, which will easily probably do 24
Oh, it'll
of
do way
these,
more
or
than
way
24.
was $2.50 at Walmart.
But you could go to the Dollar Tree and get hairspray from the Dollar Tree. So we're just going to let it sit for a second. You can set it upside down if you want to. Oops. I found that it doesn't really make a difference. Just let it get a little tacky, and then we are going to take some super fine white glitter and just pour it in. And then just spin it. And it coats. And it soothes. Soothes. And then I just pour it out onto a piece of regular old printer paper. Tap the bottom a couple times. Because it's been a bad boy. Ta-dum! Completely done. You don't need to let it sit. You don't have to turn it upside down so stuff drips out. You just let it sit with the cap off. Let it air dry for like, I don't know, 15 minutes. How long does it take hairspray to dry in hair?
I can't speak from my realms of experience with hairspray.
Oh, that's another story. We went to Dollar Tree late at night one night, try to find the hairspray because we came up with the idea. And I was really dying to go over to the Dollar Tree employee and say, "Excuse me, could you tell me where the hairspray is?" I thought it would be funny. I didn't do it.
Susan commented that she used Mop and Glow and it didn't stick after a while. And we've heard about that with some ornaments.
So Melody has ornaments from 2011. So there's our white one. That was easy, wasn't it? Now let's do the green one. Real quick. I'm just going to pour in some hairspray. Spin it around. As I'm dumping it out, I continue to spin. Now this has a bunch of bubbles in it, which will not make for good glittering. So if that happens, I normally just stick my finger in and pop the bubbles. And let it sit for a minute.
And the hairspray really does, like we said, it really kind of speeds things up. So the jars make it easier for the kids with the wide mouths, plus the hairspray making things a little quicker helps with the patience factor.
Get another piece of scratch paper.
Can I have the pump to close this before an accident occurs?
Ken knows. So we have green. I don't know if this is super fine glitter. It looks really fine. Hopefully it is. Super fine seems to work the best. And we're going to coat the whole inside of this. Just keep spinning it just like we did the liquid until it pours out.
And Ashley says she's done with Christmas decor for the house, but she's definitely going to use this method to make some sparkly mason jars for Valentine's Day.
Right? You can make them for Valentine's Day. You can make red, white, and blue ones for 4th of July, Labor Day, Memorial Day, Flag Day. I kind of want to do that for the mantle. I think it would look cool. So there's the green one. Ta-dam! Isn't it pretty?
Yeah, I think for the 4th of July with some ribbon and bunting and these, that'd be very cool.
Now, what I was thinking also last night,
Hey, Leslie.
if you make these as ornaments to put on your tree, you know Joann's and Michael's and AC Moore, they all sell the tree-scented little sticks. You could cut up those sticks, punch a whole bunch of more holes in the top, put the sticks in a jar, close, smells like Christmas.
I would just be a little careful you don't scrape off the glitter.
Oh yeah, but once it's dry, you should be good. So the white one, we are going to do, you guys won't be able to see this, but these are mittens. So we used Cricut adhesive foil. I love Cricut adhesive foil. It is great. This is purple.
Yes, that is purple.
It's gold. This one's gold. I don't remember the name of this one, but it's like a blue-green.
Teal?
Sure. I'll go with that, teal. So the instructions for Cricut adhesive foil tell you to use transfer tape. They want you to weed everything like it's vinyl. Watch this one. So it sometimes can be a little bit iffy to get started. But once you get started, if you take your time, and it's not snowmen, you can just peel it off. And then you don't have to weed out all these little parts and pieces because they all stick right where they are. This way.
And since George is doing that, I'm just going to put the link in the description again.
Look at that! They wanted you to weed all that stuff out, then use transfer tape on this. Go away. Now this is probably going to be the hardest part, is applying this to the mason jar. Trying to get it on straight. Pain in the butt. So when we made these designs, we made them 6.5 inches long. It is a little shorter than 6.5 inches around, so there might be extra that overlaps in the back that you can either cut off or let it overlap. So what I've done two ways. I've laid this down on the table and then laid this on top and just rolled it over. That worked great. That worked perfect on the manger.
The nativity scene.
Yeah. JC was watching. He was like, George, you got this. I did that with the snowman, and we all know what happened to the snowman. It wasn't good. So let's try this one. I'm going to just try eyeballing this.
Snowman roadkill.
Yeah, George was not happy with snowman. So just kind of get it on straight.
And I put the dimensions on that blog post I shared. So 6.5 inch wide if you buy the same jars we got on Amazon.
Yeah.
And about 1.5 inches tall. That way you're going to get onto the kind of smoother side of the jar. And that really makes it easier to work with instead of those spheres where you're trying to get the designs to fit just right. These have a nice smooth edge to work with.
Okay, me and the
Mittens.
aren't getting along either. So we're going to do this. Close enough for government work. And I went too high.
Yep.
Oh my God, George. But the adhesive foil, as long as you haven't burnished it down, is pretty forgiving. Unlike vinyl, which George rips all the time. Alright, let's do this again. I'm going to start this.
This needs to be smoothed down just a little.
And then just work our way around. There we go. There we go. Oh, and look at that. There's the back. It makes perfect. So then I am going to take the end of my Cricut scissors and just go along. I find that left and right doesn't really work that great, but up and down works really nicely.
Thanks, Kim, for sharing. And you have the little snowflakes left over from the mittens. You could spread those around the jar.
Yeah, you could do that.
Do you want me to do that?
Sure, give me the top.
There's the top.
Oh, you could decorate the top. Normally we we cut out vinyl snowflakes to put on the top. You could cut out vinyl whatever, or even foil whatever and put on the top if you wanted to. If you're a patron of Crafts by Two, our file has the snowflakes in it.
and the little template to punch it.
So there. Ta-da! Look how stinking cute. Now Melody also had a good idea. Did you ever find them?
What?
The LED candles?
I never looked. I said they're downstairs.
We think that LED candles might even fit in these.
You want me to go get one?
Sure. Melody's going to go down and check to see if she can find one. So
I know where they're at.
George has glue on his hands. So now we got the green one. In the green one we have some holly. And I am going to do the same thing. I am not going to weed this. I am just going to slowly and carefully.
And
peel
Sally
this off.
commented about the negative image is pretty too. And you could get this on a jar, but then you are going to have to use transfer tape because it's not the one piece like this was.
Right.
Plus, you'll have to think about sizing. You might have to cut it ahead of time so it fits, because this is going to go onto the curve at the top and the bottom of the jar, which is going to make it crinkle if you try to roll it on. But you could definitely take this and reuse it. I was thinking that you could use it as a border on a card or something.
It's an orange light.
Orange. Nope.
Doesn't fit.
It's a little too big. Darn it. Okay, so this is picking up some of the pieces because the holly is kind of intricate. So I'm using my Cricut weeding tool to help me weed out those problems.
I really like the mittens. Was this a Cricut image?
These are all Cricut images that are in Access. So if you have Cricut Access, you will have access to cut and use all of these images.
If you have Cricut Access, you will have access?
Yes. I was trying to see how many times I could say access in one sentence.
Well, way to make our presentation accessible.
You know. So, okay, this is the first one I've run across that's not easier. All the other ones were easier just to peel it off. This one, because it's kind of really intricate, I'm afraid.
Stacy mentioned that there's lights she's put in ornaments that would fit.
Oh.
So I think you could find them.
So here's the little holly leaves. Semi-weeded.
The only thing is you don't want to make sure that it's not going to fall in, because you don't want to scrape up the glitter and ruin your pretty jars.
You don't want to make sure?
You want to make sure that it doesn't fall in, sorry. And Shelly, we've been sharing a link to our page where we have all the links. We got these off of Amazon, and you get 12 for $12.99, and it's Prime shipping.
And after we're done with the video, we'll be sending out an email on Patreon to all our patrons with the link to the Design Space file. You know, Ken, this is a lot easier when I can actually see and have my glasses.
And like we've been saying, we really liked the wide mouth jars instead of doing the bulbs like you normally do. And the jars also give you a nice flat space to work with, so you're just dealing with one curve instead of a dome trying to get your designs on.
So the holly I made so it reaches almost all the way around, but not all the way around. So this one, if you want to put on a little cockeyed or on a curve, or you don't have to be so exact. I have a piece of glue from my finger right here. Can you get it? So just put this down here. Oops.
And Gloria, yeah, you could use any cutting machine to cut your designs. For the jars we used, we put the measurements on the website, and it's about just under 6.5 inches around, and then 1.5 inches tall for that kind of flat area before it starts to curve.
So here's the holly. I just kind of threw it on there. I didn't try to make it perfectly symmetrical or even. I think it looks nicer that way. And again, I'm burnishing the foil on it to make sure that everything's smooth. And because George used his fingers, there's glue stuck on here. But we have the good old Cricut weeding tools.
And Leslie, we have everything on the site, and we also mentioned there that we didn't use glue inside. We're using Suave Max Hold hairspray.
Right, if you use glue, glue will be kind of a white consistency. And it will hide some of the glitter inside, and it will take a lot longer to dry.
So Suave Max Hold we got at Walmart off the shelf for just like $2.50, and this bottle will do tons of jars.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure that you get a non-aerosol so you can just open the pump and pour it to coat the inside. You can't use an aerosol and try to spray it inside the jar. It's not going to work.
Oh, great. Guess where I put the seam? Right on the front. So there's our holly.
Get this out of the way.
But what do I do with it? Oh, here it is. I have some crystal drops from Tonic Studios. Nuvo crystal drops. And I am going to go in every place I see a little circle. There should be a 3D berry there. So I am going to put berries on the holly. Did I call it ivy before?
It's okay. Holly and the ivy. Herrera, it's inside the jar is some microfine glitter. So this is a full jar of glitter. This is just a jar that we coated the inside with hairspray, so Max Hold hairspray, and then rolled that around to coat the inside.
Look how pretty.
It's very pretty. And then we rolled the ultrafine glitter inside to coat the edges. So it looks like a full jar, but it's not.
Maybe doing them all at once was not a good idea.
Why?
Because it has to dry.
Well, you can hold it up. And do you want to zoom in on it?
Sure.
So hold it still.
Isn't it great?
So that really brings a dimension, so you can let it dry, and now it looks pretty cool. And you could do that with little gems for bling or other enamel dots.
And really the stuff that we made in Cricut Design Space, I just made the other day, but you could cut really anything out. You could put people's initials, the year, put anything that you want on here. I really like the Nuvo drops.
So there'd be nice family ornaments.
Yep.
With the year and then the family name.
A great ornament like in a basket of goodies for your neighbor or for the postman or something.
Well, just so they don't try to open it.
Well, yeah. But it is adorable. I love it.
I really like the Nativity. I think that one came out my favorite. We gotta finish this one.
Yeah, the Nativity is one of my favorites too. But this ornament one, can you zoom in on that, Ken, and see how detailed the ornament is? All the ornaments going around. I just peeled that adhesive foil off the backing and everything popped out. I didn't have to weed it at all. Let me take my glasses off and see again.
And that's the Cricut foil, adhesive foil that we link on the webpage we've been sharing.
And a lot of
Mystery box.
Yep, it was in the mystery box. A lot of people have asked us, what can you use the adhesive foil for? Ta-da! So you could make hearts and put hearts all over it for Valentine's Day. You could put stars. You could make really big, gaudy earrings, apparently.
And some people are just joining, and the little mason jars are from Amazon, and we have a link on our page with all the materials we used. Well, not every little thing.
So here's the 4 that we have finished. Ta-da! We have holly and ivy and mittens and Merry Christmas trees and Happy Holiday ornaments.
And on the ones we made before, we got the little snowflakes on top, but we haven't done the other ones.
I forgot to cut those out. And then we have a nativity. Go ahead, I'm sorry. We have a nativity.
Which is awesome. And the detail again with the Cricut Explorer, like the shepherd's crook that's so slim and tiny. It's just
now
amazing.
We had done that previously in vinyl, and the hook came out okay. In foil, it came out perfect. And again, that was another one that I just peeled off. It self-weeded. It was beautiful. I loved it. I was like, oh my goodness, this is great.
Hi, Bernie from PA.
Hi, Bernie.
And we have a rhino. A rhino hammer joining the nativity.
Dorothy's rhino hammer. So that was simple. We got 2 of them done in what, half hour-ish?
And that was with George talking.
Yeah, he talks a lot. What's up with that?
So I'll make sure that the link to our website with all the materials and everything is in the description, so you can always check back and watch.
Yep. If you're interested in art glitter glue, May Made It has it. Amazon has it.
And on our page, we link to May's page for her shop.
Because really, she has it for the cheapest price with shipping and handling. Other places might have it cheaper for the item, but then their shipping and handling is like $5. May's is like $2.50.
Hi, Beth. You'll be able to go back in just a little bit. We're going to wrap up, and you'll be able to watch the replay of the video because we've made 2 of these during the video, so you'll be able to see how everything was done.
Yep. So hopefully we'll start doing something like this once a month.
Sure.
Yeah, I think it would be fun. Something quick and easy that we can take questions on and comments and show you guys a little what we do when we're having fun.
And if you make them, we'd love to see pictures.
Yeah, if you make them, send us your pictures. You can put them in our Facebook group if you're not a part of Cricut Explorers. Please join and upload your pictures and show us what you made. We would love to see it. Ken's going to put a link in, I'm guessing.
Yes.
He's like that.
I just couldn't remember how it put the word group and stuff in there. Whoa, look go.
Ken's going crazy. I realize we haven't eaten dinner yet.
Yes, we haven't eaten dinner yet.
So this will be up on Facebook for a while. If you missed it, watch it after we're done. We'll also be downloading it and putting it up on our YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, you should subscribe to it. We're Crafts by 2 on YouTube.
And if you visit our blog posts, I have a link there where you can go to learn how to subscribe.
And our patrons will be receiving a link to the Design Space file that has all the stuff you need for decorating these in the same way we did.
As long as you have access.
As long as you have access. Or if you own the images. You can be a patron to us for as little as $1 a month, and you get special perks like that. So does anybody have any last questions before we leave and decide on what we're doing for dinner? I'm hungry. One might say hangry. What is it if you're crafty and hungry? Crungry? Crungry. I'm crungry.
Too bad you're not crafty in the kitchen.
You want me to go in the kitchen and be crafty? Alright, so until next time we do a cool video like this.
Merry Christmas, Donna. Merry
I-
Christmas, everybody.
I don't remember whose idea it was for Valentine's Day. Totally stealing your idea. Totally stealing.
Well, you were already going to do that anyways.
Oh.
You had already listed off every holiday, major and non-major, for mason jars.
Maybe. Alright, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Say bye. Melody says bye too. If Ken could quit.